Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger with SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, April 20th through Sunday, April 26th, 2015. So I want to mention something here. You'll see that the angel tarot cards for this reading are already pulled for the week. And that is because I did already do this reading once already. I recorded it on YouTube, and it seemed to take a long time to upload, and I was wondering about that. But later on it looked like it did, so I didn't pay much attention until later in the day, and I got several comments saying that the video and the audio were really off track. They weren't matching, and when I checked it, that was indeed the case. So I decided to delete that video and do it over again. However, Spirit, my guides and angels, told me to use the same angel tarot cards, the ones that I chose originally. Those were supposed to be part of the reading. But the extra special message card that I always choose for you, they told me was to come from a different deck. So that deck is going to be the Divine Guidance Oracle deck by Cheryl Lee Harnish. Now, I've never used this Oracle deck before as a special message card, and in fact, it's a little bit different than some of the other cards that I use. So what I'm going to do, and I'll definitely, you'll see once we pull the cards, but the cards are they have deep transformational meanings to them, and they just have some very interesting pictures and colors and shapes on the cards themselves. So when we get to that special message card, I'm actually going to first intuit anything that I get from the card, but then I'm also going to read the explanation from the little handbook that comes with the deck, because it is so deep and meaningful, the descriptions, the interpretations that's in this book, that I feel it's almost necessary to share that information with you, because it's really going to touch something deep within you, I think. So anyway, before we get into the card portion, we need to talk a little bit about the astrology for the week. So to start out on Monday, the 20th of April, we have the Sun moving into the sign of Taurus. Now, for the last month, of course, the Sun has been in the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, which signified a new beginning. Now that we have the Sun moving into Taurus for the next month, it's going to bring some of those new beginnings into a place of manifestation, because Taurus is an earth sign. It's a sign about security and stability and groundedness. It's a very practical sign, and it's a sign that takes things more slowly and methodically. It takes things step by step. So you might find some of the energies slowing down a little bit, especially because Mercury recently also went into the sign of Taurus. Mars is also in the sign of Taurus. So from about a month or so ago, when all these planets were in Aries, you're going to find that things are kind of, like I said, just kind of slowing down a little bit. Now, that's not a negative thing, because again, this is a step-by-step process, and this is a sign that deals with manifestation. So now we're taking all of those new directions and new ideas and new passionate, fiery energies from when everything was in Aries, and now we're starting to bring things into a place of fruition, into a place where we can feel more secure and stable. Now on Tuesday the 21st, Mercury, again remember Mercury is in Taurus, is in a challenging aspect to the planet Jupiter, which is in Leo. Now Jupiter just recently went direct in the sign of Leo. Jupiter is the bringer of blessings. It's about abundance and prosperity. It's about growth and expansion. So this is really good, because Jupiter is now, as it's starting to just, very slowly start to speed up in its movement a little bit from going to direct motion, it's going to start expanding things for us, expanding our creative self-expression, our creative activities, the light that we shine out there into the world. This is starting to expand. But now with Mercury in this challenging aspect to Jupiter, I feel like our mind, our thoughts, our belief systems in some way, shape, or form may be challenged a little bit. I don't feel this is a tremendous negative, because Jupiter is, again, that bringer of blessings. but I feel like you need to maybe look at things from a different perspective or think about things in a little bit different way. Again, Mercury being in Taurus, we're thinking more about security and stability and how we can manifest our ideas. And so there might be just a need to kind of, again, think of a different direction or a different idea or make a different decision based on perhaps new information that comes in. Later in the day, also on Tuesday, Mars, again, another planet that's also in Taurus, is in a very positive aspect, a trine aspect to Pluto, which has just recently turned to retrograde motion, if you'll remember. It was last Thursday, where Pluto went retrograde, and while a planet is slowing down to either turn retrograde or to turn back direct is when you can really feel those energies intensify. And Pluto is about power and control and death and rebirth and transformation, and I really enjoy those Plutonian energies, although for some people it can be a little bit challenging because things are changing. There's huge, big change and transitions going on with Pluto. Now, Mars in this positive aspect to Pluto, again, Mars is our action energy. It's what carries us forward. And I feel like we're going to feel this sense of empowerment or accomplishment in the direction that we're taking our goals and ambitions. Especially because, again, Mars is in that sign Taurus of manifestation and bringing things into fruition. So I feel like there's something that's being accomplished. Again, you're feeling this strength, this courage, this power within you that's just kind of growing and expanding, which is very good. Then on Wednesday, the next day, we have Mercury that ends up making a trine to Pluto. And later, also on Wednesday, Mercury is then meeting up with Mars. And so we have a lot of Mercury and Mars Pluto things going on this week. So on Wednesday, when Mercury trines Pluto or makes that positive aspect to Pluto, again, we're going to feel empowered within our thoughts, within our ideas, within our belief systems. You know, we're going to maybe even come up with some very powerful ideas or make some very powerful decisions regarding our destiny path and which way we need to go. And then, of course, as Mercury comes up to join with Mars, we can push those ideas forward with the Mars energy. And although remember, that Taurus energy that both Mercury and Mars are in is just a little bit slower in manifesting. So it's going to be slow and steady progress, but very stable and secure progress. So again, this is a very good thing. Then as we move ahead to Friday, Friday the moon is in the sign of Cancer. Now the moon is about our emotions, our feelings. It's a soft feminine energy, very sensitive. And in the sign of Cancer, that's its ruling sign. So Cancer, again, about your emotions, your feelings, the home, the family, children. So there's a lot of sensitivity, a lot of intuitiveness with the moon in Cancer. And on that day, Friday, the moon in Cancer will be opposing Pluto, making an opposition to Pluto, and then making a square or a challenging aspect to Uranus. So in effect, it's setting off that Pluto-Uranus square, which is going to bring transformation of the emotional nature. It's going to bring transformation perhaps in the third dimensional realm with home and family and maybe where you live, maybe with your children. But again, on the emotional level, it's bringing change and transformation with your feelings and your emotions and your intuitions and your spiritual sensitivity. So that's in a nutshell what's going on with the week astrologically speaking. Now your stones of choice for the special message card this week, and I chose 3 different stones. We kept the original stones from the other reading that I tried to do. And these are stones that I have not used in any weekly reading before. So I was guided to pick some unique, different choices within the stone realm. And the first one is Shadakite. And Shadakite, it looks like almost a turquoise. It's a blue-green stone. And Shadakite helps to heal where past life experiences have seemed to shut down your metaphysical abilities. So in effect, if there's something from a previous lifetime, a past life, to where you've shut down your intuitions or shut down any of your spiritual energies in any way, shape, or form, the Shattuckite is going to help to heal those areas within those past lives so that you can open up again to your intuitions, your psychic abilities, your healing abilities, to all of those metaphysical abilities. And what the word meta means, M-E-T-A, meta means outside the realm of what you can see or feel or sense with your regular senses. You know, it's above and beyond what you can perceive. So this is going to be a very helpful stone for those of you that feel like you're blocked in some way with some of your spiritual senses. The second stone of choice is fluorite. Now, I have used fluorite before as a stone of choice in a weekly reading, but not this particular one. This is a rainbow fluorite. This is almost in the shape of kind of a tall, skinny pyramid, but fluorite comes in all different colors. It comes in purple and blue and green and yellow. And rainbow fluorite, of course, is all of the colors together. And what this stone is all about is that it's first of all, it's highly protective. It's a highly protective stone. It helps to cleanse and purify and draw off all kinds of negative energies from your physical body and your energetic bodies. It also helps with mental influences from others. So if you have people in your lives, other people in your lives that seem to be trying to talk you into something, influence you in some way, or you know, there seems to be some sort of kind of like codependent energy with you like wanting to be a people pleaser and do what others, you know, desire rather than setting proper boundaries for yourself. This is going to help with some of the mental influence from other people so that you don't really allow that to kind of take hold and influence you. Okay, and then your last stone of choice, this is a type of selenite. Now again, I have used selenite before in the weekly readings and the monthly readings, but this is called desert rose selenite, and it looks a lot different than regular selenite. This almost has a kind of a tan or light brown color that's underneath these little, they're not really even inclusions, but little white spider web looking things. So it's covered with little white lines, or almost like it's dusted in powdered sugar. That's almost what it looks like. It looks like almost a piece of brown sugar that's dusted in powdered sugar. And this desert rose selenite, it helps to dissolve self-imposed programs. And what does that mean? So self-imposed programs, your negative thought processes and your negative belief systems that you may have held since childhood or from previous lifetimes that you brought in with you that are not in your highest and best interest to hold on to. So it helps to dissolve those programs, those negative programs, and then it assists in replacing those negative programs with something new, something better, something that's going to be helpful to you. The other thing that this stone does is it helps to strengthen your purpose. So again, if you're feeling a little bit lacking in your sense of determination or courage in moving forward on your path, this is going to help to strengthen your sense of purpose. So again, your stones of choice are the Shattuckite, the rainbow fluorite, and the desert rose selenite. Okay, so as I said, we're using the same cards as the original reading that I had to delete and do over. So we're going to turn over the first card. And this first card is the Page of Water. Okay, and the Page of Water says intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. At the bottom it says a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase. And then it also says heightened psychic abilities. So this message kind of has this card has a twofold message to it, I believe. The first is that there may in fact be a new person that comes in on the scene in some way, shape, or form. Or it may not even be a new person, they're saying. My angels and guides are saying that this may just indeed deal with a person. Now, this person is somebody that you would feel an emotional connection with. It's going to be somebody that's younger, because the page cards are always a younger person, sometimes a child, or sometimes just someone who's younger in age from you. Or it's somebody with a young spirit, a young, childlike, innocent kind of spirit. And so this person, this person again that you have an emotional connection with. There's something about feelings and emotions and feeling really connected to this person. They could be family, or again just a friend, or if it's somebody that you just meet, it's just somebody that you have an instant deep connection with. You have that spiritual sense that you've known them before. And this person in some way, shape, or form is going to be important this week for some reason. We'll have to look at the rest of the cards to maybe figure out why that might be. But the other meaning to this card is that this is just a heightening of your own sensitivities, your own emotional nature, and your own spiritual, intuitive, and psychic nature, just as the card says at the bottom, heightened psychic abilities. And we did talk about that with some of the astrology, because Mercury is involved a lot, and Mercury trining Pluto, that can heighten your psychic abilities, but even more so, it's that moon in Cancer setting off the Pluto-Uranus square Friday and maybe even into Saturday. So I feel like we're just all becoming a lot more sensitive on the emotional and spiritual realm. Now again, for those of you that, they're telling me to also bring up relationship here, is that this can also be that you're meeting someone new, possibly, as far as a romantic relationship. There might be somebody new on the scene. So if you're somebody that's single, you're looking for that significant other in your life, this person could actually possibly pop into your life during this week. Let's take a look at the second card, though, and see what further information we have. Okay, so we have a major arcana here. This is major arcana number 11, and it's the strength card with Archangel Ariel. And at the bottom it says, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, and have forgiveness and compassion. So I feel like, again, there's dual messages here with this card even. And first of all, the first thing that comes to my mind is that this is a master number. It's master number 11, which is the visionary. And it's somebody, again, who's got great healing abilities, great psychic abilities, great intuitive abilities, but also great leadership abilities. And with leadership, you have to have strength. And that's what the name of the card is. The 2 ones here, the number 1 is always about leadership. But if you add the 2 ones together, you get the number 2. And that means that this person, although they have great leadership abilities, they are also very good at working with others, listening to others, communicating with others. So there's that kind of give and take, and there's that compromise. There's that ability to take charge when needed, but also to take other people's ideas and thoughts and emotions into consideration while they're doing it. That's one of the reasons why I like this card, and I like that number so much, is because they make the best kind of leaders. Now, I also feel like, this is about, again, change and transformation. If you notice this angel, her wings are outspread. She's coming into her own. She's coming into her sense of courage and determination, her sense of self. She's owning the power within herself. And this is a part of the transition and the transformation and the redirection, the death and rebirth energies that we've been experiencing for quite some time. And if we back up to the first card, the Page of Water, again, our spiritual senses are heightening. They are becoming more fine-tuned as we continue on our spiritual destiny path. We're going through an evolution of consciousness. Part of that evolution is physical, part of it is emotional, part of it is mental, and then part of it is spiritual. And I feel like as we come into our sense of self here, that our sense of courage and strength with this card, again, we're having to release negative judgments about ourselves, and even about other people and about our lives, about circumstances and situations that we may be going through, or maybe that we have already gone through, that it's time to release those and let those go. And again, that's part of courage. It's part of also stepping into your power and stepping into your strength, is that you release and you forgive all people, circumstances, and situations outside of you and within you that may be holding you back from truly stepping into that, again, that leadership or that sense of power, that sense of individuality and self-sufficiency that you have within yourself. Okay, let's look at the third card for the week. All right. And this is the Ace of Air. And the Ace of Air says, brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. Now, the aces are always about a new beginning, and the air suit is about the mental realm. It's about our thoughts, our ideas, our belief systems, which again was highlighted this week with Mercury in that challenging aspect to Jupiter on Tuesday, and then Mercury in that positive aspect to Pluto on Wednesday, and then coming up to meet Mars also on Wednesday. So there is a lot of mental energy going on this week. And as I said, with that Mercury square Jupiter on Tuesday, which, by the way, you're going to feel Monday as well, because it happens very, very early in the morning on Tuesday, Eastern Daylight Time. So some of us in the world were going to feel that the day before. So at the beginning of the week, again, you're going to be challenged to look at things from a different perspective, or expand your belief systems about something. Again, we have outspread wings here. This is a unicorn, and getting ready to fly, getting, again, kind of opening themselves up to look, see, and think in a different way, in a more expanded way, just like the Strength card has the angel with the outspread wings. Now we have the unicorn with the outspread wings. So we're having to expand ourselves, expand the way we think about ourselves and think about our life, expand our belief systems into something more positive. Now, it does say a challenging new beginning, because sometimes the ego mind has a hard time letting go of the old, even if the old is something that's not good for us. Even if the old way of thinking, believing, acting, or being is not positive, the ego mind has a tough time releasing, letting go, and purging that. So this is why it says a challenging new beginning, but it's a good new beginning. It's good to look at and think about things in a new and better way. Let's look at what now this was, in the original reading, it was a card that when I was meditating with the decks before starting the video kind of popped out. So I pulled this out as kind of a fourth card to sort of wrap up the weekly reading. And this card is the Eight of Earth. Okay, so the Eight of Earth at the bottom says, skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, and going back to school. Now, the earth realm is that realm of manifestation. It's like the sign of Taurus. There's 3 earth signs in the zodiac: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And Taurus, this is where the sun has moved into. Remember, the sun's moved into Taurus on Monday. Mercury and Mars this week are also in Taurus. And this is about manifesting things, but it's the number 8, so we're talking about our sense of power, which is a very Plutonian kind of thing. The planet Pluto is involved here, with Mars trining Pluto, Mercury trining Pluto this week. And remember, just this past Thursday, last week, Pluto went to retrograde motion. So there is that sense of looking within to find your inner source of power, and to bring that inner source of power, the number 8, out into manifestation, out in the real world. Again, the earth suit deals with our third dimensional reality. It deals with our goals, our ambitions, our career, our money, our finances, those things that are tangible. And this card itself is talking about, again, I'll read that first line at the bottom. It says, skilled work is rewarded. Just like that Mars energy. Mars energy is skilled work. And when you move forward with your plans and ideas, when you move forward with determination to make that next step on your path, you are going to be rewarded. But see, here we have a small boy angel, and he's got a stack of books next to him, and he's reading a book here. So again, that Mercury influence this week, there's something to be learned. There's something more that you're supposed to research, understand, or learn. Now, this could actually be taking a class, going to a workshop. I've actually had a lot of workshops coming through to me that I've been interested in. So I think I'm going to be taking some classes and workshops myself. Now, they could also be, workshops or lectures or things online as well. You don't have to physically go to them. Or it could be, again, just doing some research online about a topic that you need to know more about. Learn something new as far as what your destiny path is all about. Perhaps there's added information that you need or something you need to learn about the technological, aspects of running your business. Whatever it is, you need to expand your perceptions and allow your mind to absorb some new information and come into some new ideas and some new resources that's going to help further you on your path. Okay, so now we get to use our different deck. It's not actually a new deck because I've had it for a very long time, and I do use it when I do personal readings a lot of the times, but I've not ever used it for the weekly angel card reading. Again, this is the Divine Guidance Oracle deck, and we're going to give it a shuffle. We're going to call in our angels, guides, master guides, healers, and teachers of the highest vibration of light, the archangels, the ascended masters, and all of those that can bring forth whatever message, wisdom, or knowledge is in your highest and best interest to know, according to your stone of choice. And I see this one. I was closing my eyes, but when I opened them, I saw this one kind of poking out. So for those of you that chose the Shattuckite, this is going to be your card. Okay. Now, you see, this is number 22. You can see that number on the bottom. It's the number 22 card. And it's got this beautiful pattern about it. Different colors. I mean, red and blue and green and kind of orange. And so, first of all, what strikes me, and again, I'm going to kind of intuit what I get from the card, and then I'm going to read the description from the book. But this is Master number 22, so this is about true manifestation. The number 22 in numerology is called the Master Builder, the person that really in this lifetime is here to manifest. They're called the Master Manifester because they work with that law of attraction, and they truly, with their visualization and with their hard work and determination, they manifest and bring into fruition, into reality, all that they desire. And it's through working with other people that they do that, because the number 2 is shown twice here, 22. And 2s are about working one-on-one with other people. And through working one-on-one or developing partnerships with other people, they're able to manifest something great and wonderful in this lifetime. Now, with all the colors there, I feel like one thing is to balance all of your chakras on a daily basis. This is going to come in handy. And also they're saying that you're going to be using all of your chakras. So in other words, like say the third eye chakra you're using with your psychic perceptions, your throat chakra you're using to communicate with other people. Your solar plexus chakra, you're using your sense of willpower and courage. So you might need to kind of read up on all of the chakras and what they are all about, because you're utilizing the energies on your life path, on your career path with what you're doing here. You're using all of those energies from all of those chakras simultaneously. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to set this down, and we're going to look at, or I'm going to actually read the description that is in the Divine Guidance book on that card for those of you that chose the Shattuckite. This is called the Grid, and it says, "This is the grid, the living energy matrix of Mother Earth and the secret pathways to other dimensions and realities of existence. The power of the sacred geometry within holds many keys that your subconscious is unlocking. This card shows your ability to explore and maneuver through other worlds and to bring information back from them. You may do this in the dream time, during meditation, or even unknowingly while completely conscious and alert. Hidden within this card are messages that only you can retrieve." So that is your message. See, that's why I like this deck. It's very spiritual. It's very deep. Okay, so let's give this a shuffle. And for those of you that chose the Rainbow Fluorite, okay, and this one's popping up for the Rainbow Fluorite people. This is number 14. And again, we have several colors also in this card. A lot of purple underneath, a lot of purple above. Kind of have this little, I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's not really a spiral, but a little kind of pattern of energy here in the middle. One thing that comes to mind is the word balance, okay? They're saying the word balance here, needing to balance the physical and the spiritual realms, needing to balance your emotions, needing to balance your mental thoughts and ideas, your belief system. So in other words, balancing the ego mind into more of a positive state. I also feel like here I feel ideas. You know, the word ideas comes in, and part of that is because of the number 14. I feel like there's ideas, there's freedom. These are key words for you. This is strongly connected to the crown chakra of opening up to higher dimensional energies, higher thought processes, listening to your guides and angels for the messages from spirit to come in. And somehow melding those higher ideas that come in through the crown chakra, balancing that within the heart. I see a lot of green here in the middle. Between the purple above and the purple below, there's this green energy, which is the heart chakra energy. So balancing that with unconditional love and using that higher dimensional energies or higher dimensional thoughts or ideas through the heart chakra of unconditional love and putting that out into the world in some way, shape, or form. So now let's go ahead and read what that one is in the book. So again, for those of you that chose the rainbow fluorite, this one is called gratitude. It says gratitude is a very powerful energy which can open both the heart and mind to all the wondrous blessings we are given. Take time each and every day to offer your deepest heartfelt gratitude for all that you have and are given. Make a conscious effort to look for all the good that is flowing into your life. Send your love to all those you cherish and love. Your acknowledgement of the divine flow that supports and provides for you opens your energy in a powerful way. You will become your own bright light, even in the darkest of times. Okay, and then for those of you that chose the Desert Rose Selenite, so we're going to ask Spirit, and this one's actually showing that it's sticking up for me, so this is going to be the Desert Rose Selenite, people. Okay, that's number 21, and we have a circle of kind of blue-green energy in the middle. It almost looks like an eye, and it's got a lot of rays of purple and green light. It's purple, green, so it kind of goes back and forth between the purple and green rays of light coming out from that center circle of light or eye. So I feel like, first of all, your psychic perceptions are opening up, your intuitions, your messages and guidance from your higher soul self, and even from your guides and angels. So, but definitely your psychic sight, third eye, is opening up to higher energies. Again, crown chakra energies and heart chakra energies indicated by the purple and the green here. So opening up that unconditional love within the heart and merging that with the higher dimensional spiritual energies from the divine, from source, from God, and letting them flow out from your inner being, from your center here, from your center of self. Now let's go ahead and see what the deck says, or excuse me, the book says on that for you, for those people that chose the Desert Rose Selenite. This one is called Receiving. It says, energetically you are beginning to draw in the loving people you need to help you move forward on your path and in your life. These people offer you both emotional and spiritual support so that you may see and feel your own value in the world. Remember, you have just as much of a positive effect in their lives as they do in yours. While what you have to give is very important, it's just as important that you allow yourself to receive, too. In doing so, you are creating a beautiful energy exchange of growth and support for all. So, again, open yourself up to receiving. So thank you very much for this weekly angel card reading. Thank you for all of those that did comment on the very first video and let me know that the video was not matching the audio. That was very helpful. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known that. So thank you. I want to send a big thank you for all of those that like and support and share my videos, comment on my Facebook posts, sign up for readings with me, and send in your donations to me. Thank you for your energy, your love, your light, your good thoughts and intentions for me. And I wish all of you much love and light and many, many angel blessings.